Okay, next up we have Miles Wright and the R-Wave team.
Thank you. This is a day I look forward to each year, hearing these all the projects that people are working on, and I would be remiss if I didn't start by thanking the folks at the Institute. Y'all do a great job, and in the 3 years that I've been involved in this program, I see it iterate and grow and change each year, and it's pretty exciting to see just each year how different and vibrant and it's hard to even to describe how much it's growing and changing. So thank y'all for all that you do. We had an incredible team this year, starting with our venture partner, Kyle Litton, and the folks at Our Wave are amazing. This is a group of people who get together every Wednesday night, and through the last year, approximately, they have done something to move the needle for survivors of sexual assault. And I'll let the team talk about what that is, but I have nothing but deep respect for what they've built and the sensitivity and passion that they've brought to this. It's truly amazing and inspirational. I want to give a shout out to Alyssa Buchanan. She is, for all the times that I would maybe use way more words, she always picked the right ones and was always very succinct. She was technically a senior fellow, but she's actually, I think Andrew said it best, she's a co-mentor in this process. I also think you got it right when you talked a little bit about the fact that we probably get more out of this program than we give back to it. In my case, I know that is definitely true. This group of 5 people I worked with this year, 6 really, they were as talented in leadership as any group at NC State I've ever worked with. We've got 3 seniors on the team and 2 juniors. And what was amazing from almost day one was the ways, without any structure, without any prompting, people would step into leadership roles and just naturally had a DNA and a rhythm to it that looked like it was a group that had been working together for years. I don't see that in the business world. Seldom do I see it in the academic world. And I could not thank more of the 5 students that are part of our team. We'll start with Maddie Hornsby. She's a junior business major concentrating in entrepreneurship. She's everybody's friend. She's a light, and she works as hard as any person that I probably know. Zach Hover, he's funny. He's incredibly sharp. He is graduating this year in public relations and communication with a concentration in public relations, and I know he's also looking for summer or not summer, but long-term employment, and I would love to be able to hire him myself. He's absolutely wonderful. A person that I think of in our group that has this kind of quiet intensity is Rebecca Jones. She just, you heard earlier that she parted with her wisdom teeth recently, but she is about to start something very interesting as a senior graduating in veterinary medicine. She's about to start her virtual clinical rotations in a couple of weeks. I can't imagine what that would be like in that world. She's a superstar. Jackie Lanning is also graduating in biology with a focus on public health. Just as solid and smart and part of the connective tissue of our team. Jackie has just been there every step of the way, and when something needs to be done, she just does it. And last and certainly not least is Mia Tidet. She is a junior psychology major. Kudos to her for reaching the round of 16 with the Wolfpack soccer team. Mia is always smiling, one of the happiest people that You cannot be around her without feeling a little better yourself. But she's also got a quiet, sneak up on you intensity and intelligence that, again, throughout the team, everybody takes a leadership role. So as you can probably tell, I'm pretty amazed by them. So without any further ado, I'll turn it over to them.
Thank you, Miles. Hi, everyone. I'm Mia Tijet, and like Miles just said, I'm a junior studying psychology.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jackie Lanning. I'm a senior studying biology with a focus in public health and a minor in international studies.
Hi, everyone. I'm Zach Hover. I am a senior studying communication with a concentration in public relations and a minor in biology.
Hi everyone, I'm Maddie Hornsby. I am a junior studying business administration, focusing on entrepreneurship.
Hi everyone, I am a veterinary student. I will be finishing my third year, my last ever final on Friday, and as Miles said, entering virtual online clinics through the summer.
So before we begin our presentation, we would like to acknowledge our WAVE's focus is on empowering sexual assault survivors and helping them on their journey of healing. We understand this is a sensitive topic and may be triggering. Feel free to step away at any time during this presentation.
Okay, so Our Wave is an online platform that offers sexual assault survivors the opportunity to share their stories anonymously and to build a community through shared storytelling. Survivors can upload their stories, and they can also share a message of hope for other survivors. The mission of Our Wave is focused on assisting survivors through their journey of healing, which they believe is fostered through acts of writing, storytelling, and offering hope to others.
Our Wave has three main goals. It's to empower survivors, educate society, and mobilize communities. In order to broaden the scope of it all, we wanted to create a world without sexual assault, while also helping current and future survivors in their journey to healing. And we are currently working on a survey that allows us to provide more data to Our Wave and carry out this Our Wave's unique mission as a brand new organization.
We felt the best way to describe where we stood during this project was to do an environmental scan, which focused on research through literature reviews, feedback from those survivors on the subject matter, and exploring similar platforms and using that discovery for knowledge around altering the existing platform.
So with that approach, I think the most impactful part of our journey was a lot of the labs, the innovation labs that we did, including our mapping resources and stakeholders and imagining our customer's journey. What we really realized in those times is that we had so many untapped resources, both locally and nationally, that Our Wave was working really hard to reach out to, but there are just so few people that are untouched by this problem. We felt that there were a lot more doors and connections that we could open for them. And the other thing that we realized is we didn't really know who our ideal site visitor was. We actually found that there were a few online platforms for people to share stories, but that Our Wave was really unique in their design, on their focus on security and anonymity. And we really wanted to explore how could we tailor this site more to a specific user. We found a lot of interesting feedback as we worked that while this tool could be really helpful in healing to some, there's always a possibility with such a sensitive subject of this being almost re-traumatizing and harmful. And so we kind of started to position ourselves to be this almost impartial kind of second party that worked in parallel to Our Wave to kind of explore these issues a little bit further with a little more distance of it not being our baby, and seeing how we could look further into connecting those resources and who our ideal person would be to use this.
So after the mid-year point, we decided to take a step back and really focus on the basic things that we could do to help our wave really thrive. So after the design thinking lab and doing some more research as a team, we realized that our wave could really benefit from gaining a clear idea on what type of person is really going to benefit most and engage with our wave the most. This launched us into the second phase of our project of digging deeper to define the ideal consumer. We drew inspiration from this quote as a reminder that even though our wave might not benefit every single community, it does have the potential to help a very large number of survivors, and those are the people that they should really hone in on.
Sorry, I was muted. So how we worked, we reviewed the initial survey that our wave conducted they conducted the survey through various Reddit channels. So we reviewed that, and we kind of found that after discussing with them as well, that there was a little bit of push in one direction for the questions, a little bit of bias there. So after discussing with our wave kind of what they needed and what we kind of wanted to do, we found that the best way for us to utilize the remainder of our time working with this project as social innovation fellows was to produce a second survey and conduct it and which would allow us to get more data and more information from survivors and supporters so that our wave can move forward having a little bit more informed ideas on where to go from there. Our survey kind of focused a lot on the need, the usability, and what resources were good for supporters and survivors. And then we also wanted to implement other methods of research. So we conducted a speak aloud with a few peers, and Jackie will talk both about the survey and the speak alouds a little bit more, kind of what we found. And then we also took all this information, summarized it, and presented it to our wave, which now allows them to take the next steps and move forward with all the information that we are going to or have provided to them.
So what do we find? We conducted first Think-Aloud Interviews, which were 8 qualitative interviews where participants walked through the website and just simply shared whatever thoughts came to their mind, what they liked, what they didn't like, where were questions, and we summarized all those details and presented the R-Wave team with common themes, and so they can go back and improve the website so more users can use the tool as an effective healing in their healing journey. So our common themes was first, there was a positive response to the overall layout and look of the website, showing that the R-Wave brand is already a great starting point. And so where can we go back and just clean up some of those edges? For example, there were some features on the website that people had questions about. For example, there was a grounding activity, which was a foreign word to some people. And so one of our recommendations was to go back and provide a simple explanation of what that feature is. And then also throughout the site, people didn't realize that the stories were anonymous. And we believe that that is one of the most important parts and one of the most interesting parts about the R-Wave website and what makes them different from the rest of the tools out there. And so hopefully with the information found from these interviews, the R-Wave brand can stand out stronger and more users can use the website with ease. In addition to what people have been mentioning throughout this PowerPoint is that we also went back and created an anonymous online survey. We're still waiting for those results to come through. Social distancing put a delay on that part of the process, but it did not stop us as a team, and we look forward to providing our wave with those results as a deliverable after the semester ends. But the goal of the survey was to create a defined vision for who would most likely interact with the R-Wave website. What were the common demographics, and how do these people feel about storytelling as a means of healing. And so we plan to disseminate this online survey through different message boards and group chats of survivor groups. And so we hope that this information can be taken forward with the R-Wave team to make this website an even more powerful platform.
So my experience with the Social Innovations Fellows was extremely impactful. I was able to learn and reflect about a wide range of topics with a wonderful group of kind people. I'm so proud of the work that we have accomplished over the past year and the friends that I have gained.
Working as a Social Innovation Fellow this year, I've learned how valuable and insightful it can be to work with a diverse and cross-disciplinary team. Like Maddie said, it's a wonderful group of kind people, and I'm so grateful I got to meet all of these individuals. It was really inspiring to work with such passionate and driven people as well in our wave. And overall, it's just been an unforgettable experience that I'll take with me for the rest of my life.
One of the larger lessons I learned through working with this team and the Social Innovation Fellows was how important it is to stop and reflect before acting, and how important it is to learn about the issue and take time to evaluate the different ways to address an issue and what will be the most impactful one. As someone who gets energized by diving in deep head first into projects, that was something that just hearing the thoughtful questions from my team and the time we took to really step back and think about what we're doing really inspired me to take that on into my own life.
I also can echo that it was really wonderful to work with such a passionate group of people in different fields. It's really easy to get lost in my little bubble over on the vet school's campus. And this was a really impactful and insightful opportunity. I learned a lot about, I think, flexibility and adaptability. We had a whole plan with focus groups and all these things we wanted to do that we kind of had to work around and see what we could still do in the face of COVID. And I'm really impressed with my group and what we came up with in that time. And I also learned a lot about how it's important to really be honest with what your expectations are for an experience. I think we learned a lot as a group that we were capable of a lot, and it was really important for us to communicate the value that we thought that we could bring throughout and really believe in ourselves. That was really cool to see come together.
Yeah, along with Jackie and Rebecca, I learned a lot about kind of finding your footing and making sure that you are being true to the value that you can bring, as well as expressing what you're interested in and staying true to what the company, client, consumer, venture partner, whoever it is also interested in having you do. We learned a lot about it being a joint project and making sure that we are doing the best work that we can that is not only benefiting us throughout learning and these individual journeys, but also benefiting our venture partner, because that is a whole other component to this program, is making sure that you are doing the best work that you can for the venture partners. But it taught me a lot about making sure that you are asking the right questions and finding that footing before you really jump headfirst in, but also it's okay to jump headfirst. Take that step back later on and find that footing once you've realized that you kind of need it. But yeah, we want to give a huge thank you to our mentors, Miles and Elisa, who have always had our backs and encouraged us to grow, to our partners at R-Wave, and especially Kyle for always having time for us, to Elizabeth, Craig, Aspen, Jack, and Alicia for coordinating this incredible learning opportunity and this incredible program that we got to go through together, and our fellow fellows for being a constant source of inspiration for us this year. It's been an honor working with all of you, and I've And this is a great way for me to end my senior year. And I know that I can speak for Rebecca and Jackie as well, that it's been a great opportunity and a great way to end our senior years.
Thank you, R-Wave. And again, a special shout out to Kyle Litton, who is the founder of R-Wave, an NC State alum, a serial entrepreneur, known to many of us, and he's given so much service back to his university, to all of us in the short amount of time he's been an alum. So thank you.